It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
Justice Hill to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and 5. They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A pass complete to Noah Brown. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and that'll set up fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Play action now. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
First and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On first and 10, Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second and 7. Hopkins sent in motion. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On third down, Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the option, they give it to Henry. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Hopkins sent in motion. On run play. This is Hill. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. In motion comes Andrews. Third and short, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. He is in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Taking off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Got a man. It's that rookie 3rd-round pick. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, Washington. One quarter in the books. It's the Ravens out front. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll throw with Daniels. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. The motion man here is McLaurin. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson on 3rd and 2. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
So the best thing this wide receiver is able to do here, Mike, on this crossing route is once he gets the ball in his hands, he's able to put his foot in the ground and get vertical. So often you see these guys get strung out sideline to sideline, and they're not able to pick up big yards after the catch. So really nice job here, and it leads to a big gain.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Going to go right back to Henry. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here now, 3rd and 5. Jackson now. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Here's a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd and long. To the air one more time with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore all over that. Gets a hand in there to knock it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts at the 13. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Daniels. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And he will go all the way. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Now Gay for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders are on top. It's 14-10. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He finds Likely, his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Jackson up top again. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Again, it's Jackson. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. Into space. And he's going to take this all the way back. 87 yards. Touchdown, Washington. What a start to the second half. They come right out of the locker room and take it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Mike, we got to find out what that halftime speech was by that coach, because apparently it worked. I mean, talk about a dream start here. You find yourself at halftime, you're regrouping, we want to come out in the third quarter and establish some rhythm and momentum. And boy, do they do that here with their kickoff unit, returning it for 6.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. So, after the touchdown, here's Gabe to kick this one away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Jackson gonna keep it himself. Whoa! And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Our 1st down throw there is incomplete.
I love taking a shot downfield, especially after that previous play results in such a long run. I mean, the ability to create an explosive offense both on the ground and through the air. That's what every single team strives for in the NFL, and I like the way this possession's working out.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Ravens sending the punt team out there, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. On 1st down, Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. A big play after being backed up. 31 yards.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Toward the sideline. There's Brown. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. They'll motion over Samuel. Look wide. Get this one complete. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
On the option, here's Robinson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. This is taken in at the goal line. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. A first down throw for Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Second down, Jackson. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught, and he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Austin Eckler now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a short pickup to about the 30. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Daniels. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Daniels now on 1st down. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And it's going to be a Commander's 1st down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. Just a short pickup down inside the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Commanders. Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. First and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the gun, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Third and short, Jackson. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin heading out onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll throw with Daniels. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Throwing is Daniels. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Ravens has it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The kick is good. Important extra point The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Samuel has it working in the middle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Off his own read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now 2nd and inches. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Bateman is the motion man. To the air one more time with Jackson. He runs with it. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win this thing in regulation. You always have a field goal try in your back pocket to at least tie the game and force overtime.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Flowers with the catch. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to 3rd down. Again, it's Jackson. That one hauled in. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So it's a win here for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.